SoCal earthquake chaos. Tsunami threat, multiple quakes strike. Imagine waking up to the ground shaking beneath you just a day after tsunami warnings had everyone on edge. That's exactly what happened in Southern California this Thursday morning. And this is the part most people miss. The impact of these quakes can be felt far beyond the epicenter, affecting a wide swath of the population. But the shaking didn't stop there. Several other quakes hit northwest of Rialto, also in San Bernardino County. The first of these aftershocks occurred at 8:34 a.m. with a magnitude of 3.0. Just 8 minutes later, another quake hit with a magnitude of 2.8. The latest in this series struck at 9:36 a.m., registering a magnitude of 3.1 and a depth of 3.8 miles. These smaller quakes, while less intense, are part of a larger pattern that seismologists are keeping a close eye on. Susan Hough, a seismologist with the USGS, shed some light on the situation. She explained that these quakes occurred in an area known for its seismic activity, where the San Jacinto Fault intersects with the San Andreas Fault. This region is riddled with smaller faults, making it a hot spot for earthquakes. There's a trend of earthquakes that occurs near Fontana. You get 3s, you get 4s, Hough noted, referring to the magnitudes. But what does this mean for the future? Is this just the beginning of a more significant seismic event? Hough went on to describe the recent increase in magnitude 4 earthquakes throughout 2024 and into 2025 as similar to popcorn kernels popping off. She explained, sometimes you get a bunch at once, and then sometimes you get a longer gap. So a 4.3 in that area really isn't anything unusual. But is this really something we should be complacent about? Any magnitude 4 earthquake serves as a reminder that bigger earthquakes are possible. With any earthquake in California, there's a small chance that something bigger is going to happen within days or even like the next year, Hough cautioned. The USGS's aftershock forecast table paints a somewhat alarming picture. Following the Muscoy quake, there is a 31% chance of at least one earthquake within the next day that is magnitude 3 or higher. This statistic alone should give us pause and consider the potential for more significant seismic activity in the near future. Adding to the intrigue, these California quakes come just a day after a massive magnitude 8.8 earthquake struck in Russia, prompting tsunami warnings along the California coast. However, Hough was quick to clarify that the California shakeup was not related to the earthquakes in Russia. Earthquakes at different regions happen on their own time, she stated. But could there be a deeper connection that we're missing? Is it mere coincidence? Or is there a larger geological phenomenon at play? This breaking news story is a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of our planet. As we continue to monitor the situation, it's crucial to stay informed and prepared. So, what do you think? Is this just a regular occurrence? Or a sign of something bigger on the horizon? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's spark a conversation about the fascinating and sometimes frightening world of seismology. Madeline Medina is a news reporter for SFGate. Born and raised in the Bay Area, she earned a BS in journalism from San Jose State, where she served as executive editor for the Spartan Daily, and has also worked at NBC Bay Area. When she's not out in the field reporting, she's likely trying a new workout or listening to The Weekend. You can contact her at madeline.medina@sfgate.com. 4.3 magnitude earthquake strikes Inland Empire, shaking felt across SoCal. On Thursday, July 31st, 2025, at around 9:30 a.m., a powerful 4.3 magnitude earthquake rattled the Inland Empire region of California, sending tremors across the entire Southern California area. The quake occurred near Fontana and Rialto, areas that have experienced similar seismic activity in recent years. This event was a stark reminder of the geological volatility of the region, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. The epicenter of the earthquake was in the Muscoy area, approximately 3.2 miles below the surface. Shortly after, a smaller 3.1 magnitude aftershock struck the Rialto area, followed by two smaller quakes in the same vicinity, measuring 3.0 and 2.8 on the Richter scale. Dr. Gabrielle Tepp, a seismologist from Caltech, explained that this region is particularly prone to seismic activity due to its proximity to two major fault lines, the San Jacinto and the San Andreas. She highlighted, this area is no stranger to earthquakes of this magnitude. We've seen similar events here before, and it's because the tectonic plates are constantly shifting beneath our feet. The tremors were felt far and wide, with reports coming in from as far as Redondo Beach and even from high-rise buildings in Garden Grove and Irvine. Gregory Christensen, a resident of Garden Grove, described the sensation on Facebook as a rolling movement, while Cindy Hecht Sedbrook on the 11th floor of an Irvine building felt the ground shake beneath her feet. Despite the widespread shaking, there were no immediate reports of damage or injuries. However, the event serves as a sobering wake-up call for Southern Californians to be prepared for larger earthquakes. But here's where it gets controversial. While many experts focus on the immediate aftermath and safety measures, some argue that the long-term geological implications of these frequent quakes are being overlooked. Could these smaller earthquakes be precursors to a much larger seismic event? And this is the part most people miss. Are you prepared for the big one? What steps are you taking to ensure your safety? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's start a conversation about earthquake preparedness and the future of living in earthquake-prone areas. Copyright 2025, Liquid 40B AI Content Editor. All rights reserved. Swarm of earthquakes shakes Southern California. What you need to know. Imagine waking up to the ground trembling beneath you. That's exactly what happened to residents of San Bernardino County this Thursday morning, as a series of earthquakes, including one with a significant magnitude of 4.3, sent shockwaves through the region. But here's where it gets controversial. While some might see this as a rare event, others argue that it's a stark reminder of California's ever-present seismic activity. So, which is it? Let's dive in and explore the facts. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the most substantial quake struck at precisely 9:32 a.m. The epicenter was pinpointed roughly 4 miles northwest of Rialto, at a depth of approximately 3 miles. But this wasn't an isolated event. Earlier in the morning, a pair of smaller earthquakes had already rattled the area. At 8:34 a.m., a 3.0 magnitude quake was registered, followed just 10 minutes later by a 2.8 magnitude tremor. And this is the part most people miss. The USGS also detected a series of 4 smaller quakes, including a 3.1, that occurred within the first hour after the larger earthquake. It's like the Earth was having a conversation, and we were all eavesdropping. The USGS earthquakes team took to X to confirm the event, tweeting, "Yes, Southern California, that was an earthquake you just felt. Today's reminder that California is earthquake country." The shaking was felt far and wide, from Ridgecrest to the north, San Diego to the south, Oxnard to the west, and even as far east as 29 Palms. But despite the widespread tremors, there were no immediate reports of damage or injuries. It's a testament to the resilience of the buildings and the preparedness of the people. Now, you might be wondering, how common are these earthquakes? Thousands of earthquakes are recorded in California each year. But the vast majority are so minor that they go unnoticed. Only a few hundred reach a magnitude of 3.0, and just about 15 to 20 hit the 4.0 mark or higher. In fact, in all of North America, only Alaska records more quakes per year than California. It's a sobering thought, but it's our reality. So what should you do if you find yourself in the midst of an earthquake? The California Department of Public Health has some clear guidelines. First, drop down onto your hands and knees. This position helps prevent you from being knocked over and allows you to stay low and crawl to safety if needed. Next, use one arm to protect your head and neck. If possible, take shelter under a sturdy table or desk. If no shelter is available, get down next to an interior wall, away from windows. Stay on your knees and bend over to protect your vital organs. Finally, hold on to your shelter until the shaking stops. Be prepared to move with your shelter if it shifts. But here's a question to ponder. Are we doing enough to prepare for these events? With such frequent seismic activity, it's a conversation worth having. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the discussion started.